you, so we'll move on to the next one. 18-65, 31 Ardsley Avenue West. It's a fence issue, and it's Mr. Tobias, I believe, is in my house.
Correct.
Everybody got a chance to read Mr. Tobias's letter? And looked at all the supporting documents? Do you want to?
Say a couple things first?
Certainly.
Thank you.
That's what we're here to. Yes, and also announce who you are and.
I'm Andy Tobias. I'm the owner of 31 Ardsley Avenue West. My wife, Jamie Tobias, is away on business in San Francisco and regrets not being able to be here. And I regret her not being able to be here because she is certainly the more charming of the two of us. But
We don't take points.
no, I'm just
that.
that was a joke. First of all, I would like to apologize to you for the state of our first application. There's actually two apologies and problems with what happened to begin with. Was we relied on a fence guy to tell us what we needed for a permit, and then we relied on him to rectify the situation that was obviously not done right. What was turned into you guys was obviously not acceptable in any way. We saw it afterwards. We should have looked it over. That was our mistake, and we apologize for that. We're trying to rectify it now. But we were told by the fence guy, because we had an existing fence and we weren't changing the footprint, that we didn't need a permit. Obviously, we know that is not the case.
And frankly, that's disconcerting to us because we see this gentleman often.
And we actually got forwarded a permit that you guys had given to someone else that we thought we got from him. So
He knew when he left here that night that you guys weren't getting.
no, I know that.
The time.
Right, but then we went through some processes, and then I got an email saying, and then I read through the whole thing, and it was the wrong address, and it was from him. Anyways, neither here nor there at this point. That we're here now, and we are first-time homeowners. We lived in the city for a long time. We relied on somebody that misled us, and we apologize for that. We should have probably known better, but
I can only speak for myself, but I am totally sympathetic to what you went through. I'm sure
And look,
everybody else is as well.
The honest thing is, we want to raise our family in this town for the next 20 years. We want to be good neighbors. We got permits for the majority of the things we did for the house, and we got misled on a couple situations where now we're trying to rectify it, and it really is a monster headache and very stressful for us at this point. All we want to do is live in town and get our certificate of occupancy and be good neighbors. And
Well, we certainly don't want to, cast a shadow on you for Irvington because of what you.
No, and I don't feel that way for what you guys are doing. And the honest thing is, after I saw the state of the last application, I had a pretty good understanding of why you did what you did. At first I'm like, how did we not get it? And then I saw that, and I'm like, well, now it makes more sense.
Did you want to go through this, or?
Anyways, what we did was, what happened with the fence is, we had an existing fence. It was a white fence. You've seen it. It was a white fence, like tongue and groove, with lattice on top, which we don't really like. We had a tree fall before we moved into the house and knocked out part of our neighbor's roof and knocked out a little bit of the fence. You can see the picture.
Yeah.
That caused us to take stock of the whole fence, and side by our neighbor's house, to the west, was rotting. And the part behind was in pretty bad disrepair. Hence, we decided that we were just going to replace the fence instead of where we got to the point of not realizing we needed a permit. So we hired the guy, and we picked out a fence we liked, and we looked around the neighborhood, and we saw every fence is cedar or in natural wood or in white. We decided to put in a natural wood cedar fence, which I think is in line with what goes on in the neighborhood. Obviously that is up for
You're on the neighborhood, right?
debate. But obviously we should have gotten a permit before we did it, but we were in a sort of a weird situation. We weren't living in the city yet. and we needed to replace the fence because deer were coming in our backyard and eating everything up.
Welcome to
Yeah, so we did it. And we did not change it. We actually eliminated part of the fence that was there originally, the front portion that was on the front yard. We kept the exact same footprint of the back, and we didn't change the heights. We added one gate to the back corner, which was sort of a good faith
Which of the letter?
hi to the neighbors,
Right.
which has been very good for us because our son and their son are the same age, and they come back and forth through the yards. And, but you know, that's the gist of where we are. I brought a sample of cedar. I mean, it's cedar wood.
And the pictures are pretty
Um,
clear.
And it's actually, the guy did contrary to his filing stuff, he actually did a very good job of building the fence. It's in very good shape. And it also said in the, when you guys sent us the letter, that the reason that we chose, the fence we chose was because of the cost. We actually liked, I mean, we were talking about a couple $1,000 difference between the two styles, tongue and groove versus the dog ear. We just chose the one we liked.
It's always nice when what you like is the cheaper of the two choices.
Yeah, well, neither of them were cheap.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of fence.
Yeah. So, you know, that's kind of where we stand with it.
And obviously you're gonna let it just.
Yeah, we're just gonna let it age in silver like the other fences, yeah. That was, I mean, our intent.
Okay, I don't have any other questions.
No, I mean, I think the, you've rectified the deficiencies in the application, so, you know, that makes it complete. I don't know if I would have necessarily steered you in the direction of this fence, but be that as it may, it's, you know, it's compatible. I'd be curious what our architect has to say.
I tend to agree with,
Yeah.
I probably would have tried to push you towards what it was before, but if you're gonna leave it natural weather, like, right now it stands out obviously, because it's
Not what it is.
It's
not-
starting,
it's not there
it's
yet.
starting to,
Well, I
well,
can see the
yeah.
pictures.
You probably got two more
Yeah.
seasons to go,
Yeah.
so, like, I would say I'd much see a natural wood fence anywhere around here than a vinyl fence, so I'd much prefer to see one weathered out gray any day of the week, honestly.
The house is great as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why eventually
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
compatible with the house in a
Right.
couple seasons. yeah.
So in my, just, like a stylistic opinion, that would, you know, it's kind of an unoffensive fence.
Thank you. I'm trying not to offend anybody.
I don't have any questions. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the reapplication?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Welcome to Irvington.
Thank you very much. We got about 20 other things we gotta deal with because of the contractor.
Oh, yeah.
As Ed put it, you know, a contractor's lying. They're moving their lips.
Trust me, I would have been your neighbor. I used to live on Bertha Place.
You sold the house across the
Exactly. Yeah, so you're in a good neighborhood. That's
Yeah.
all I can tell you.
We absolutely love it. Neither of us are from here. My wife's family is from Philly. I'm here.
Nice. Yeah, you'll be happy. Good. Welcome. Sorry you had such a
Ron
busy
Cherry.
start. Oh, yeah,
Train with
yeah,
every day.
yeah. There you go.
Speaks very highly.
Yeah. You've got good friends. Yeah, so good luck and hopefully this is
Thank you guys
all
very
looking
much.
up.
Yeah, well, I hope so too, but.
Please also tell your wife we're sorry to put both of you through this.
No, look, we understand. I'm telling you, like, when we saw the application afterwards, I'm thinking, we did that. It was
We
our
hope he
mistake.
won't do it
You
again.
can blame other people all the time, it was our mistake.
Throw contractors under the bus, but paperwork isn't always there.
Yeah, that's true.
At least you-
Okay, I want to recall that first application,
Good, enjoy.
18-64, 18 Ruby Road.
You guys want a fence?
Yeah, sample? No, thank you.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye.
No show. I also have, I don't know why this is taped at the top of the box, but we would have had 151 Point Drive tonight, who's doing a remodeling of the kitchen, dining room, family room, they're changing and replacing windows and patio doors and removing a skylight. However, they don't have HOA approval, this is Field Point. They don't have HOA approval yet, so we won't hear it until they do. So, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Thank you.